Dominique Ansel Bakery is one of the newest additions to Caesar's Palace on the Las Vegas Strip. We recently gave it a try, and in this video, we're going to share what we got and what you should try, as well as what isn't worth getting in our opinion.
I was told that Dominique Ansel invented the Cronut, a cross between a croissant and a donut. And since I like both of these things, it was a no-brainer to give this new pastry a try. Each month the flavor changes, and this month it was the raspberry guava Cronut. And while I would have liked the option of picking from several different flavors or just trying a plain old Cronut, I wasn't going to pass up on this opportunity. First of all, the name Cronut sums this pastry up perfectly. It had a flaky crust like a croissant with the sugary fried goodness of a donut. It was delicious. The raspberry and guava filling was also good, and it was stronger on the raspberry taste than the guava. I want to go back to Dominique Ansel in the future and give some of his other monthly flavors a try. This was an amazing dessert, and if you get the chance, make sure you grab a Cronut.
I got the DKA, which is the best-selling item here. My first bite into this pastry caused my head and my taste buds to celebrate. There were so many depths of flavor and texture that my mind was trying to figure out exactly what I was eating. The best way to describe the DKA is heaven. It was soft and flaky and airy with a sugary, crunchy edge. And it had an egg custard flavor that was so good. I really don't know how to describe all the flavors I experienced. Just do yourself a favor, and if you ever get the chance, order the DKA for yourself.
I ordered a regular cookie shot, not from the robot like you'll see in a minute, and it was really good. But I do have to say it was hard to navigate eating it. Trying to get a bite of the cookie while also getting a drink of the milk was kind of difficult. However, it was delicious. The cookie was warm and soft and had a great flavor, and the inside was coated in chocolate to keep the milk from leaking through. The milk itself was still really cold and was the perfect complement to the cookie. Like I said, it was just a little hard to eat.
I essentially ordered all of the gluten-free items that were available to try here at Dominique Ansel's Bakery. There was a coconut Pina Colada Sundae, a chocolate macaroon, and double chocolate pecan cookies. The coconut Pina Colada Sundae was a tropical-looking dessert that honestly didn't look like food at first glance. I thought that it was an actual coconut with some fruit inside of it. It did have candied pineapple and apricots with shredded coconut in the center. It had a chocolate shell that tasted like a meringue/marshmallowy cake. This dessert was extremely tropical and tasted amazing. It is hard to describe, so just go to Dominique Ansel's Bakery and get yourself one.
I have tried many different variations of the amazing dessert we all call s'mores. I can honestly tell you that this was one of my favorites. This frozen s'more was definitely a unique take on the classic. While there was the traditional toasted marshmallow on the outside, the inside was frozen ice cream wrapped in a hard chocolate shell. You could really taste the toasted marshmallow flavor, and the frozen ice cream, while very different from what you normally get with the s'mores, was delicious. This is one of the funnest ways to eat a s'more, and I highly recommend you give it a try.
I chose the strawberry Kakigori because it was one of the prettiest desserts I've ever seen. I love the combination of strawberries and white chocolate, so that added to the appeal and made me want to try it even more. I don't know if my expectations were too high, but sadly, I was very disappointed. I like that it was a very light dessert and not overly sweet, but unfortunately, it was rather bland, and the only flavor I got tasted like straight up strawberry jam. It was so visually appealing. I just wish it tasted as good as it looked. I would not order this again.
The next thing I got was a cookie ice cream sandwich. It looked so good, and it was wrapped in white chocolate, and the inside was almost like a cake and ice cream mix. It was so beautiful, but sadly, the flavors just were not good at all, and I really did not like it. There are definitely better options here, so avoid getting the cookie ice cream sandwich. I also got a chocolate taco, and it was so pretty. It had a ribbon of chocolate icing on the outside and little gold flakes as an accent. The first thing I noticed when I took my first bite was how dark the chocolate was. It was so incredibly rich. While it was good, it was still a little bit too overwhelming for me, and I wasn't able to eat much of it in one sitting. If you enjoy dark, rich chocolate, then you will love this one.
I also got the chocolate macaroon. This macaroon looked like any other macaroon that you might find, but let me tell you, it was one of the richest, fudgiest chocolate macaroons that I've ever eaten. It had a flaky texture on the outside, but the inside was a fudge-like cream that was a dark chocolate. It was extremely delicious.
Of course, I had to order a croissant because I absolutely love them, and these ones looked heavenly. They did not disappoint. It was so light and airy and so buttery and flaky. It's everything you want and dream of in a croissant, and I'm so glad I got one. If If you want something sweet, go with a DKA, or if you want something savory, get a croissant. Either way, you'll be making a good choice.
Next up was the double chocolate pecan cookies. Let me start by saying that I am a big fan of dark chocolate, and my favorite cookies are chocolate chip pecan. So finding a gluten-free double chocolate pecan cookie was something that I was very excited about. This cookie was like a chocolate explosion happened in the kitchen, which resulted in something amazing. These cookies were a touch crunchy on the outside, but still had a soft fudge-like consistency on the inside, and then the pecans gave them a great nut flavor and texture to balance out the extreme chocolate. These cookies were honestly so good that I ate 2, and then I got 4 more to take home. I highly recommend trying these cookies out.
The next thing I tried was the white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. This cookie was amazing. It was extremely soft and had a ton of flavor. The white chocolate was rich, and the macadamia nuts added a great crunchy texture to this otherwise soft cookie. It was so delicious. In fact, it was the best white chocolate macadamia nut cookie that I have ever had. Trust me and give this cookie a try.
Right outside the restaurant is a robot claw machine that serves you Dominique Ansel's famous cookie shots. A completely edible chocolate chip cookie cup filled with a shot of cold milk. Despite the name, there is actually no alcohol in this dessert. When I was a kid, I was always fascinated with the toy claw machines you could find inside some stores. And while you were never guaranteed to win a toy with those machines, with this cookie machine, you are always a winner for the right price, which was $7.99. It was actually very easy to use. I just scanned the QR code with my phone, selected the chocolate chip cookie shot, put in my payment information, and watched the robot arm come to life. The robot selected a cookie from the shelf and removed it and proceeded to carry it to the milk dispenser, where it then filled the chocolate chip cookie cup with ice cold fresh milk. After it was filled with the milk, the robot carried the shot to the delivery door, where I was able to pick up my cookie shot and enjoy. I don't normally eat cookies and milk, but this was actually really good. The milk was sweet and the cookie was delicious. As long as robots always serve me these cookie shots, I am fine with them taking over the world. Dominique Ansel Bakery is located in Caesar's Palace, right next door to one of our favorite Las Vegas restaurants, Gordon Ramsay Pub and Grill. Click here to watch our video about what to eat at this delicious Gordon Ramsay restaurant now.